Do more of what makes you feel alive. This is your life. Hey guys, welcome back and thank you for joining me. I'm excited to report to you this week from Atlanta. So we've made it all the way to the West Coast and all the way back. And I just really wanted to talk to you guys today about the quote that I started with. So, basically, the beginning of the show, I usually pick a quote each week that kind of is in sync with where my mindset's at, what I want to chat with you guys about, and where I think that, it lends some worthy conversation. So, today's quote was about doing more of what makes you feel alive, that this is your life. And so I know on previous episodes, I've talked about perseverance. I talk about, chasing your dreams. I talk about entrepreneurship. And, I saw this quote and I was like, gosh, that's where I'm at in my life. And we're all in the month of January, talking about resolutions and things that we want to do and where do we want to go this year and how do we want to control our destiny and be intentional with our life and its intentions and purposes. And so, I usually pick a word of the year. It's been persevere for a couple of years. I'm still teetering on it. I read an article of another young lady that picks a word of the year, and one year her word was word, because it could be an adjective or it could be a statement. And, it was just, she was going to be matter of fact that year. And so, I wanted to chat with you guys about really dialing in and self-reflecting on, doing more of what makes you come alive. And, for me, I've shared in my last episode that it's my family, being 50 years old, having been in the workforce since I was 16, having climbed career ladders and hit ceilings, and then having launched out as an entrepreneur on my own. That's been such an amazing journey. And I'm so grateful and thankful for it all. I do think at a point in my younger days and earlier on in my life and career, I was so focused on career and being career driven. And now that I've gotten older and I have some little grandchildren that I adore, that really make my heart beat, and fill me with so much joy that, I want to do more of what makes me feel alive. And it's so fun because when I get to go to my daughter's house, whether it's Brittany's or Ashley's, and spend time with my grandchildren, I am teetotal exhausted when I'm done. I'm not going to lie. I need a vacation from those trips, but my cup is so full. It is so full because they fill me, they make me feel alive, and they bring me so much joy. And so, intentionally this year, I want to do more of that. And I want to do more of that for however many days are left in my life. And so I really encourage each of you listeners to take some time. And I would love for you to put in the chat box or, in a comment below or on social, what is it that makes you feel alive? I want to know. I want to know what are other people finding joy in, and what's really motivating them to follow their dreams and chase them and do more of those things intentionally. And I also thought a lot about, what is it called? The Great Resignation that's going on, and how much I'm seeing of that. And I don't know if you guys are seeing the same, but it's very apparent whether you're trying to buy a car, which we all know I've been trying to do that for a while, a truck, an RV. If you're trying to go to any store, the shelves, or any restaurant, anything. I went to Best Buy. I had dropped my computers off because I was having trouble moving everything from my Dell to my Mac. And it was a hard drive issue, so I had to get the Geek Squad to help me out. But when I did that, I walked into Best Buy, and obviously I've been carefully, even though I've been traveling, we've been very careful about what we're doing, and being aware of the virus and things like that. And I walked to the door, and they said, "Do you have an appointment?" And I said, "No, I just need to go over there and see the Geek Squad real quick." And they're like, "Well, they can't see you." And I'm like, "Unless you have an appointment." I'm like, she's like, "We're short staffed." And I'm like, "Okay, I understand." Really trying to be aware and cognizant that you don't want to be the workers on that end of it either. It's not good and happy and for them, because not everybody's understanding. People want what they want when they want it. We've gotten so used in society to be on demand. And I think that in this pandemic, there have been a lot of things that have been really stressful and really hard. But I think there's been a lot of great things that have come out of it, because it's going to cause us all to pause. Pause. You're just going to have to. And so I said, how do I get an appointment at the Best Buy? And they sent me to the register, and she said, "Oh, we can see you in 45 minutes. You just have to leave and come back in 45 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So I leave Best Buy with my computers and my appointment, head over to Verizon to buy some new phones, walk in the Verizon. I'm on like the 10, so I'm behind on times on the iPhone. And it's been problematic with photography and stuff. So I walk in the door and the guy's like, do you have an appointment? Or we're not helping people in the store. Here's a piece of paper and you have to go out. So you can do it in the parking lot if you want to, but you need to go call Verizon and you have to, get your phones ordered, and then you can just pull up and we'll bring them out to you if we have them. So my husband and I go get in the car and we're like, oh, we're batting zero today to get stuff done. And we sit in the car, we call Verizon, we get my Verizon, we open our app, we start trying to do it. It's not working. We get some glitches. Nobody gets on the phone. And we're like, oh, okay, well, it's almost time to go back to Best Buy, but let's get a Starbucks real quick. Okay. Starbucks is wrapped around the building because they have a shortage. And we're like, wow. And so we sit in enough time to get our coffee, and then it's time to go to Best Buy. We get work, promptly served at Best Buy and helped. They were great. We're able to drop off our stuff quickly. We came home that night and we ordered our phones on our phone. We called Verizon and ordered them. And so they're supposed to be here tomorrow. So we're excited about that. My computers will be out of Best Buy's Geek Squad, hopefully today or tomorrow. And so, I think that with everything going on in the pandemic, I share those stories because I feel so heartfelt and sincere about the workers that are on the front lines of the things that we take for granted as a community and as a people. We want to drive through where we want to drive through, but we're mad that it's taking longer, or we're mad that they're out of what you ordered, or we're upset that we can't walk in and get that on-demand service. But I really think that, it's something bigger happening that's probably greater and probably really needed, vastly needed. I think the world needed to slow down. We were on, top of the world. Everything was right now. And so now it's not. And so as things are, slowing down and it's out of your control, I really encourage you to absorb that and dial it in and think about, the reverse side of that. And think about those people that are serving us, that are trying, and all the people they encounter in a day that just can't get through that. Hey, the world's not the same place it once was. And everybody has to slow down. And there are going to be things that shops are out of and restaurants are out of and those kinds of things. So as our world is having to slow down, especially with the Omicron version coming, or, being so prominent during the holidays, it's hit a lot of people. And, it's scary. It's scary to think, as a business owner and an entrepreneur, are we going to have another shutdown? And what does that look like? And what does that mean? And to try to be aware and cognizant of those things. But on top of that, think about the flip side of it, because for me, the last 2 years have been really challenging. And I've shared some of that with you, and not all of it. And at some point, maybe I will. And the stress that I was under to try to maintain a small business as a small business owner. And that's the same whether you're going to the Waffle House and there's no workers and not sure if you walked into some kind of scene you don't want to walk into because you can't find anybody to help you, or, whether it's you're in a drive-through or they're out of something, or, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. Just remember that they're dealing with a lot too. So, I encourage you to self-reflect on the things that bring you joy, especially during times like right now, because the more you can fill your cup with the things that make you come alive and that make your heart beat and that make you happy to be here, those are the things that you need to do more of. And so I encourage you to set intentions to do more of what sets you alive. And that's what I wanted to talk about this week. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying healthy. We've had some of the virus get into our family really near and dear over the past week. It's stressful. It's hard. My hearts pour out to the mamas out there trying to keep their babies safe. And, all we can do as a people is, be kind. I'm a curator for kindness. I say that all the time. Keep your hands washed and clean. Don't be kissing and hugging any babies that aren't yours. And, try to do your best to stay safe and well. And so with that, I'm going to leave you guys. I'm excited to tell you our next episode. I've got an awesome guest coming on board, and we will be talking about travel and Airbnbs and entrepreneurship. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care and have a great week. Bye.
Hey guys, if you like this episode, please hit like and subscribe.